Yo, Wincrease team, what is going on? It is the morning of January 19th, 2021. I want to do something a little new where I do my win picks on the site. I wanted to now just do a video on them. Might be a little easier on me, but at the time I'm doing both. So if you haven't yet, sign up at wincrease.com. Every single month we do win picks where I pick a few stocks that I feel like are going to do pretty well. So let's go ahead and cover the ones that I have placed for this month of January. So first one is going to be Stratasys. That's the ticker SSYS. Recently it has taken a huge leap, and that's partially in play because of cryptocurrencies. I don't know the relation, so I got to do a little bit more due diligence myself. So I advise anybody who wants to learn more about that to go out there and get both sides of the coin for that story. But my whole thing has always been charts. If anybody who follows me, I follow charts 100%. So not going to always agree with me. However, the chart is what I do, and I want to disclose that. SSYS has recently made a close above 30, and this has been a good signal for it to continue to move higher. I got two price targets on that. The first price target is going to be for it to get to around 38, and the next price target above that, once it closes above 38, will be around 50, and that's a nice appreciation. Getting in at these levels, especially since I think it will likely move quickly. It's been beaten up for a long time, and this is going to be a value play. If you look at the chart there, it's been around 20 or so forever. And it made a nice run eons ago when 3D was hot and they first came out, and has cooled off substantially. But I do think that this is a good value play now that it is closed above 30. So that is SSYS. The next one that is going to be on my list is going to be Discover. That's going to be DFS. So this is the chart of DFS, Discover Financial. You can see there it has had a tremendous run since COVID. You look at that candle chart there. When March hit, it took a mega punch in the face. But since then, it has recovered nicely, and it has now created new highs. So typically when you see this type of chart activity, you will see even more highs happen. And that's what I predict for Discover to continue to do. So close price was $97.76 currently. And I'm looking for this to continue to move higher. I can look at this and say a price target of around 160 or so if this continues to move. So that is Discover. Let's take a look at my next one, which is NTAP, ticker NTAP. This one, you can see, has had some history of being pretty range bound, but recently it started to get some action here. On this chart, you see the 200-day moving average, which is my long dashed green line. It hit off of that, and whenever you see that, that signals a pretty significant move can happen, and that's what I am predicting on this chart. NTAP can likely make its way back to 100 or so and continue to push higher. So right now it's sitting pretty good with a good formation for a bull pennant, and if it does break out of this, then it will likely move higher. I like to also add that a lot of these stocks have dividend yields, so you could take advantage of getting in this now and getting a pretty decent yield, and as the price moves higher, you get the appreciation and the dividend yield. So that is NTAP. So the next one that I have is Lumen Technologies. That is LUMN, Lumen Technologies. For those who don't know, this used to be CenturyLink. It's recently changed its ticker over to LUMN, and this one has a little bit of headwinds in front of it, as you can see. You're like, well, why the heck did you even bring this chart up? And what I see is a base forming around this $11 area. I think this is also a pretty decent value play. You got some minimal risk to the downside. So you do have to highlight that. But looking at things, it's been hovering around that $11 area for quite some time and has not been beaten down. You can see also that there's been a very significant increase in volume, and that's highlighted by underneath the candle bars. I have what you see is like gray streaks going up towards that. That is the volume, and that signifies that there's a lot of activity in this chart. That usually is a predecessor of a big move. So I'm looking for NTAP to start to make a move at some point. I don't know. I have no idea on any timing. I do believe that this is a good entry at this point, and this one has a decent dividend as well. So getting in for this for a value play, I think, is a solid one. So that is Lumen Technologies. The next one that I have is Simon Property Group. That's a ticker SPG, Simon Property Group. This one took a super ninja jump kick in its face when COVID hit, and that makes total sense because commercial real estate just did not get the upper hand in the COVID punch. Now that COVID is, I can't say gone, however, I can say that COVID has, run its route. Can commercial real estate come back? My opinion is yes, I think it can. This chart is showing that it does have a decent opportunity to come back. It got beat up bad, and you can see that it reached almost near historic lows. It has bounced off those lows nicely and started to make a nice move higher. This one also has a very decent dividend yield, and getting in at this price is another added value play. So pretty much all of these are going to be a value play besides Discover, because that one is just a good play, period, in my opinion, for it to continue to push higher. So that's Simon Property Group. The next one that I have is TJX. You'll recognize this one as TJ Maxx, the department store. You're like, why is this one on here? Well, you can clearly see why this one's on here. This one has had a tremendous uptrend, and it has been continually running for years and years, and this is since 2008 or so. So this one has some potential to continue to keep going, and that's what I see for this one. I see this one going higher, and I see the dividend potentially coming back now that COVID is, like I said, has taken its run. Can't say it's over, but I think that the headwinds of it are likely over. So that is a TJ Maxx. I think this one can be a nice one since it has a very solid trend. That's TJ Maxx. The next one is going to be 3M, and that is ticker M. That's the triple M right there, 3M. You look at this one. I remember this one from years back, and it was a monster then, and it has cooled off since. Now that it's taken its cool down, you can see that it has reached its 200-day moving average. And I highlighted this before on another chart, where if you have a nice bounce off of that, it can likely continue to go higher. You can see that the bounce has already occurred with 3M, and I think that this is likely going to make its move back to its highs and continue to go. That is my opinion on 3M, and you can see why I have that opinion, that it can likely continue to go higher. The chart is showing that it has mega upside potential, and getting in at this price right now is a steal. So that is 3M. And the last one that I have for you is Dollar Tree, and that is ticker DLTR. Dollar Tree. Value play, and value as far as, while interest rates continue to be low, people are going to continue to take advantage of, Dollar Trees, Family Dollars, Dollar Generals, all that type of stuff, Walmarts. All of these stocks will likely benefit from that. And this one has recently made a high last year. I'm sorry, not last year, the year before, around 119 108.71, and it's currently trading at 108.34 as of the 15th of last week. I said last week. As the 15th of January, that was the last close price. So I think Dollar Tree is going to be pretty good. The chart is showing a decent setup for a push higher. I'll tell you that it's a W pattern, and you can kind of see that there, how it made its dip, and it's now making its move back to its high. And I think once it gets back to its high, it will likely break out and continue to move higher. And I have a price target on this one of, let's see, about 180. So that has significant upside to it. And that is all of my picks. So that is Stratasys, SSYS, Discover Financial, DFS, Netapp, that is NTAP, NTAP, Lumen Technologies, LUMN, Simon Property Groups, ticker SPG, Maxx, that is ticker TJX, 3M, that is ticker MMM, and Dollar Tree, ticker DLTR. I advise you to check them out, do your research on them, and see if that is something that you may like too. I think all of them are solid picks, and I will continue to do this every single month. So don't forget, go to wincrease.com, sign up for free, and this comes out every single month. And check out my podcast every single month as well, where I do some financial tips, as well as, drop those bars. Check out my brothers, Marathon Money. Go to the website Marathon Money Plus, sign up, and they give you tickers as well. Very solid plays. Go there, sign up, and check out the podcast every single week. So until next month, we'll check you later. All right. Peace.